I want you to put on your thuggest thug, your hoodest hood, your gangster's gangster, and say, forget them. What's up, Conquerors? It's your girl Sydnie Grace, back at it again with another video. You guys, I've been wanting to talk about this subject for like a long time, and I kind of like forgot about it, but then it was brought back to my attention today, and so I just wanted to share with you guys my thoughts. Forget them. Yeah. Today is Sunday, and I know this is not going to go up on a Sunday, but I want to tell you guys what today's message was about, and it was about God doing new things for you, His ability to take our mess and make something new out of it. But one thing that was brought to my attention that was mentioned in the sermon was about how a lot of people make you feel insignificant. The preacher, Mike Foster, which was a great preacher, great word, he talked about how he talked about the story of Kermit the Frog and how Kermit the Frog was created. And basically he was talking about how a lady, I forget her name, she had a sweater in her closet that was old, a lot of holes in it, it was just ugly, and she wanted to throw it away. And so her son came up and was like, I want your sweater, even though it had holes and it was stinky, it was ugly, it was just, you know, all types of ugly, right? So what he did was he took it and took this green sweater and he made it into Kermit the Frog. And so what was like crazy to me is how a lot of people, when they look at you or look at me, they think of us as insignificant. They look at our flaws, they look at your flaws, and they pick out in you what doesn't work. And you know, I don't get the whole thing about picking out flaws, but that's what people do. And I kind of think it's to make them feel better. But anyway, that's another video for another time. What I want to say is a lot of people make you feel insignificant. And what is so crazy about it is that even though people see you as insignificant, God comes in and is like, all right, I know it's messy. I know it's, she got a lot of holes in her clothes and she got this and this and that, or he got this and that. But God has a vision. Like, you know how some people, they look at the clouds and they can see different, you know, objects, or you have somebody else that looks at the cloud and was like, those are clouds. But the thing about it that I like is like God has a vision for us, and it doesn't matter if man thinks of you as insignificant. All that matters is that God has a vision, and his vision is going to be made manifest. And what's so funny about God is like, I can stutter all day, every day, and God chooses me, or God chooses you to be that public speaker. You might have stage fright out of the wazoo. Like, you can't even stand in front of your grandmama and do something without getting stage fright. But God is going to choose you to go in front of millions. So it's like, even though we're flawed, even though our holes are visible, when God puts us before man, them holes ain't gonna even be visible. Like, I got holes in my clothes. I see I got holes in my clothes, right? But it's not gonna matter, because when God puts you before men, he's on display. You're not on display. And it's crazy. Mind blown. You feel me? Today is like, even though you have flaws, Embrace them. I believe that the Bible verse says that I'm gonna boast in my weaknesses so that the power of God can rest on me. Like, can you imagine boasting on your weaknesses? But in return, the power of God, the glory of God is going to rest on you. Because what perfect people don't need God. Like, I know we strive for perfection, but I love being imperfect because I love leaning on somebody that I know is going to get me through something. Like, I like leaning on somebody that's like, I got your back. You know, a lot of people tell you they got your back, but they ain't really got your back because don't nobody got your back like God got your back. You feel me? So, I want you to trust in God. Continue trusting. That is a hard thing to do. And I'm going to do another video on that. But that's a hard thing to do. Trusting in God is going to give you the greatest reward. I promise you. Like, they say there's no guarantees in life. But I can guarantee you, if you trust in God, there are going to be so many blessings. Blessings is going to be falling in your lap. Like, you know, Chance the Rapper. Blessings keep falling in my lap. It's going to be just like that when you start trusting in God. I promise you. Because I was at a point of zero trust in God. But then the moment that I heard God's voice and I was obedient. I promise I won't do a video on this. But the moment I was obedient, blessings started falling in my lap, y'all. I tell no lie. But I want to encourage you guys to trust in God. Even though people keep pointing out your flaws, you embrace those flaws. Whatever they may be. Because guess what? Just like that boy, the mother's son, saw a vision in an old, stanky, holy not as in righteous, but holy as in full of holes. If he saw what could be, or he saw, or he had a vision for something that was insignificant to somebody else, imagine what God sees inside of you. I mean, come on, take a minute to just think, because we love to quote the scripture, Jeremiah 29:11, that I know the plans, or even some versions say, I know the thoughts that I have towards you. The thoughts to prosper, plans to prosper and have an expected end. Can you imagine? I just want you to realize that what man says has no effect on your destiny, on your future, unless you give it power to. Because guess what? God has a vision for your life. And it's going to be made manifest. You have to allow it. So you have to trust that God has a plan for you. Just not even quote. Just don't quote Jeremiah 29:11. Believe it. And it's going to be tested, because a lot of times we thinking, God, okay, what's this and what's that? And it seems like trouble after trouble after trouble. But you have to trust God. Continue to quote Jeremiah. If that is your scripture, continue to recite it. Okay? Because what man got to say ain't got no power over you. Because guess what? There's a destiny, there's a purpose inside of you that is greater than what any man can see. Because guess what? You're a masterpiece waiting to be revealed. And I want y'all to believe that. So I want y'all to like. If this video blessed you, or if it's encouraging you, please let me know in the comments. If you have any questions, concerns, if you need to be uplifted, and you don't want to put it in the comments, inbox me. I always put my email in the description, so let me know. I want to be able to encourage you, because we were all made to conquer. So do it. So like, comment, share, and subscribe. And I want y'all to go out there and conquer, alright? I want you to put on your thuggest thug, your hoodest hood, your gangster's gangster, and say forget them and conquer. Because that's what you were made to do. So do it. I love you guys. Peace.